Hey everyone, Briar here with Key Aviation, and today we have a little tutorial on how to use the XRTK7 with your P150 MAX. So first off, we'll go through the buttons and kind of the functions of the XRTK7. So start off, the power button is the red button right here. Hold it down for 2 seconds. And then you'll hear a beep. Your battery light will come on. It has 3 different colors, green, yellow, and red. Green is above 50%, and yellow is 20 to 50%, red is below 20. The next one is your connection light. This will light up green when the drone is connected to it, and red if the drone is not connected. And then your position indicator. So if it is fast flashing green, that means it is searching for a signal. If it is double flashing green or solid green, that means it has gotten an RTK signal and it has a fix. If it is red, it has no positioning. The lights over here, S is for base station mode, C is for mapping mode. You can switch between them with the button below it. So we'll switch it into mapping mode, we'll beep, and then switch over to the C. Now, if we have the mapping open on our controller, we can simply hit a point and it'll drop a point for us, but switch it back over to S. So there's all the lights and what they do as well as the buttons. Now, if we flip it over, you can see here, there is a 1/4-20 mount. This will thread into any kind of tripod, or what we did is we just mounted a screw onto our trailer that this spun right onto. Your charging port is right on the bottom. It's a good idea to keep this thing charged up while you're in the field. It seems to work a lot better when it's above 50% battery. Now onto the controller side. So if you tap on the farmer on the top right and click your device list and scroll down to the RTK7, you can see on the top it says it's in base station mode. It gives you your battery level, and you can see your cellular network if you have a SIM card in it. And then device networking. This is the page you want to look at if you have any connection issues. So if for some reason your drone isn't coming online or your controller just isn't connecting right, you can come into this menu and see what is connected to it, as well as undoing networking if you want to just switch to going controller straight to your drone, or from the controller through the RTK to the drone. That's how I will be running this here, because this thing's signal is a lot higher power than just the controller. Below that is your channel settings. I've pretty much always leave it in auto. Rarely ever do I have to switch it to manual. If I do, you can hit manual here. And 2.4 gigahertz is sometimes better than 5.8, but I'll just flip it back to auto. And you can see on the bottom which channel it's actually trying to communicate with. Below that is the positioning service. So I have mine set in GNSS right now. You can see that it's active and has a fix. That means it is giving our drone a RTK signal. You can see it might quit when I move it here, but that light on the marker light is double flashing green. That means it has a fix, but since I moved it, now it went to red, so it has to reacquire its signal. It is very sensitive to movement. And you can see on my controller now, locating went to none, and now it's back to black and says it's locating. And a few seconds later, it should get a fix. Up here you can set datum. If you want to use PPP satellites, that's pretty similar to like a WAS signal. A little bit higher accuracy, takes a little bit longer for it to get a fix. Or Cloud RTK, or your CORS account if you have either of those. On the bottom here, you can see that we can turn on a base station communication boost. So when this is turned on, the base station will basically output a higher power radio signal. So you can see where the drone's at better. It's gonna have a little bit worse effect on your camera, but it's going to connect to the drone better this way. And we'll go back to our device list and click on our P150 MAX. and the satellite on the left. You can see it's still locating, probably because I'm inside. If I brought it outside, it should be able to get it fixed, but the positioning mode right now is RTK positioning, and it's using a reference of the portable RTK station. You can see right below that, it's active. You can see the satellites connected to each side, and the reason it doesn't have a fix or it's in float right now is our positioning accuracy is 1.8 meters. That's not ideal, but probably just because we're inside. So one more thing I want to show you is when you're in the operations screen here, on the top right you have a little RTK symbol. If you tap on that, you can see what the status is of your RTK. You can see it's still in positioning. That's because we're inside again. But you can tap on that too, and that'll bring you right to the RTK settings. So if you have any other questions or would like us to come out and do a demo with the P150 MAX, let us know. Our contact information will be in the description of the video. Thanks.